Christmas music is nice. For like a day. One extended listening session of the endless variations of approximately 12 unique Christmas-themed compositions, and it renders into a blur of consumerist cacophony. Truly excellent Christmas albums that clear away such sludge are a rare commodity. Vince Guaraldi Trio's A Charlie Brown Christmas and A Christmas for You from Phil Spector are albums that are not merely tolerable due to seasonal context. These both are great collections of music. George Winston's December, while not mostly a Christmas album, is another favorite of mine. But I'm not talking about any of those any further. No, today I'm reviewing Pokémon Christmas Bash, track by track.
Who's that Pokémon at the Pokémon Christmas Bash? Who's that Pokémon?
Team Rocket, Brock, Misty, and Ash.
Who's that Pokémon at the Pokémon Christmas Bash? Who's that Pokémon?
Pokémon Christmas Bash is a concept album which takes Ash, Misty, and Brock and other characters from the Pokémon TV series on some kind of Christmas vacation. They're all having a party, and you're invited. The title track begins the proceedings, and it sets a very important precedent for what follows. It would be embarrassing to put this particular song on the stereo at your holiday mixer, and your guest would be justified in putting your head in a toilet if you did. But this is an original Christmas song. Most of this album, as far as the internet's documentation of it informs me, is original to this collection. The original songs here fall into two categories: novelty songs that can't be separated from their source, and those that could be performed by others if the context clues were removed from the lyrics. There's lots of dumb Pokemon-related puns and name-dropping of characters from the Pokemon cartoon throughout the album. This is one of those songs that's too reliant on its source material to have any chance at being a Christmas standard. I've heard worse songs, but it is what it is. Next.
I'm giving Santa a Pikachu this Christmas. It's just the perfect thing to do.
And as his sleigh pulls out of sight, we'll hear him calling through the night.
It's the second original song in a row. This time Professor Oak's voice actor is the lead vocalist. Ash is in there a little bit too. Oak sings about how he's gonna give Santa a Pikachu for Christmas, which would make him the worst gift giver of all time. Pikachu is a pain in the ass who electrocutes you for no reason. Screw you, Pikachu, and screw you, Professor Oak. As for the song, it's inoffensive, not the worst on the track listing, but it falls into the novelty song category. It's nothing that could be performed by another singer or band without it coming off as really stupid.
There's a season that's neat, if you can't take that heat. The days and nights are nice and icy clear. There's a thrill in the air when there's a chill in the air, 'cause winter is the coolest time of year. Come on, guys.
We're 3 for 3, it's another original, and at first I thought this was some old song I somehow never heard before that was adapted for this collection. I think that says some good things about this one's quality. Misty is the lead vocalist here, and there are some dumb Pokemon-related puns in the lyrics, but it's completely convincing otherwise. It reminds me of Marshmallow World in sound and subject matter because it's more winter song than Christmas song. It's not as good as Marshmallow World, but not bad at all. The puns are the only thing keeping this from something that could realistically find itself played over retail PAs.
But nobody don't like Christmas, and it doesn't matter if you're young or old. It's filled with color and surprise, as right before your eyes.
We have the 4th consecutive original song. MEOWTH always struck me as the kind of guy who would eat Chinese food and go to the movie theater on Christmas. Just kidding, cats don't eat at Chinese restaurants. They get kicked out because having pets in an eatery is unhygienic. Anyway, MEOWTH sings about why every holiday is a letdown. Easter chocolates make you fat. Valentine's Day is bad for those forever alone. He says something about Yom Kippur for reasons. I like this one. Have someone else sing it, put it on a Christmas compilation, and no one would suspect its novelty album origins.
I close my eyes and I see my friends, my family, the happy times that I shared with all the people who care. I'll be so far away from them on Christmas Day, and though we may be apart, I keep my home in my heart.
I know how you feel, Brock.
You do?
Sure.
Misty is looking for Brock, who is outside crying like a little bitch because he misses his mommy. Why is a 15-year-old hanging out with a bunch of 10-year-old kids anyway? Bulbapedia tells me that's how old they are. Brock's 15, Misty's 10, Ash is 10. 10-year-olds can't fend for themselves. They need to wait until they're at least 11 to do that. Anyway, as it turns out, Misty misses home too. A little girl would rather be home than competing in a glorified global cockfighting competition. Imagine that. This is a duet featuring Brock and Misty about how they would rather be at home for Christmas. I don't have anything else to say about it. It's another original, and it's the only song on the album written in a minor key.
Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe
Help to make the season bright.
Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow.
will find it hard to sleep.
After 5 consecutive original songs, we have a familiar Christmas time standard performed by Team Rocket. They're not singing as much as they are drunkenly speak singing, but that's okay. The instrumentals on this version have a different flavor than any other version of the Christmas song you'll hear. Not the best, not the worst. Next.
Before the night is through, there's something very special that I'd like to say to you. Merry, Merry Christmas, and I'd like you to know I'm hoping that I don't get caught under the mistletoe. There's a crowd at the party, our friends are all here. Everyone's warm and bright.
It's an Ash and Misty duet. Ash begins the song waxing poetic about some kind of feeling that he maybe possibly perhaps attributes to mistletoe. Misty does the same, but then Ash chickens out when it's time to make that mistletoe thing happen. He runs off to get some Christmas cookies or something gay like that instead. Seal the deal, you homo. Now, I'm not up on my Pokémon lore. I only watched the first season of the show back when, but why are these 10-year-olds trying to suck face? That's more than just kind of weird, but whatever. This is another one of those songs that I thought originally came from somewhere else. I can't find any information on the matter, which contradicts my suspicion that this is yet another song that debuted on Pokémon Christmas Bash. There's some really good call and response counterpoint duet happening here. It's way more complex than you'd expect out of a product like this. Good song. It might be the best on the album.
Who wears boots and a suit of red?
Santa wears boots and a suit of red.
Who wears a long cap on his head?
Santa wears a long cap on his head.
Cap on head,
Suit that's red.
special.
Written in 1960 by Hal Moore and Bill Fredericks, Must Be Santa is the worst Christmas song I have ever heard. Ditch it.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even MEOWTH.
Eggnog's ready.
Eggnog?
Yeah, Brock made eggnog and Christmas cookies.
All right!
Oh, you guys are reading The Night Before Christmas.
This is not a song but a skit where all the characters in attendance have tucked themselves in for a reading of the famous poem A Visit from St. Nicholas. Misty downloaded it from the internet.
I downloaded it from the internet.
The poem is changed to include the names of Pokémon. What a bunch of nerds. Their reading of the poem feels like it should end the album. It would have been a good way to wrap up the presentation. It's pretty cozy, but there's one more after this.
Nido King was falling down on his trainer Steven.
First they won and then they lost, so the match was even. Nido King return, he said.
Because the producers couldn't feel secure with just 2 cover songs, here we get all the typical Christmas tunes in a medley. The lyrics are completely changed, leaving no traces of the originals save for their melodies. Gotta catch 'em all? More like, gotta name drop 'em all. They hardly bother referencing anything about the holiday or the season for which these songs are intended, opting instead to list what feels like the entire Pokedex. There are 2 additional tracks following this one, but they're karaoke versions of songs already heard on the album. They want you to sing along, but I don't want you to sing along. No one does. I paid nothing for this record, but I got something out of it. The amount of original music here is shocking, and even more shocking is the level of compatibility with the played-out Christmas songbook. Again, change some of the lyrics, get different vocalists, and no one would think twice about where most of these songs come from. No cynicism on my behalf about how this is a cash-in on a popular cartoon. Even if that was the intent in making this, everyone involved with its creation put in more than a perfunctory bit of work. It's a good job, good effort.